live in Lake Station, Indiana. Today's August 28th. I'm going to be here walking around in peaceful protest in support for a gentleman who was peaceful protesting last year. It was under the old mayor's rule and the old chief, so we'll see if we can get a different outcome today for peaceful protesting by flipping the cops the bird, showing them, you know, hey, we don't like you, fuck off, why don't you guys act a little better. So we'll see how that works out today. You know, it is Sunday and it's getting ready to rain, so I don't know how long we'll be out here or even how many officers we'll see, but we're gonna try our hardest to stick around the police station and find as many as we can. There goes one right here. Let's see if we can get it, how good we can get him. Can I help you with something?
Was that a middle finger I just saw?
Yes, ma'am.
You want a ticket for provocation?
I'm protesting.
Okay.
Peacefully, ma'am. Can you please leave me alone? I'm protesting peacefully.
What's your name?
Ma'am,
what is your
am I being detained or am I free to go?
What is your name?
Am I being detained or am I free? Ma'am, am I being detained or am I free to go? I'm live streaming, by the way.
Central Lake Station 61. I'll be out at the PD with a subject trying to videotape items.
Am I free to go or am I being detained?
I'm asking you for
Ma'am, I'm going to leave if you're not going to answer me.
I'm asking you for your ID.
Am I free to go or am I being detained?
I'm asking you for your ID.
I'm going to leave.
I'm asking for your ID because I'm going to write you a citation for provocation.
Ma'am,
You're not
am I being detained?
I'm asking you for your license.
Can you answer the question, ma'am? I am live streaming. Am I being detained or am I free to go? Okay, well,
I'm going to take that for evidence.
I'm live streaming.
I don't care.
It's not provocation. I'm protesting, ma'am.
When you
Peacefully.
use the middle finger, it's provocation.
It's protesting. Peacefully protesting. There's a First Amendment that I can do that.
Provocation.
Okay, ma'am.
I need your license.
Ma'am, I don't carry ID with me.
What is your last name?
You're gonna give me a ticket for?
Absolutely. What is your last name?
Can you talk to your supervisor, please?
He's on his way.
Thank you. We'll wait for him. I'm gonna wait for him.
What is your last name?
Ma'am, I'm gonna wait. I care to wait for him.
What is your last name?
Ma'am, I'm gonna wait for your supervisor.
Okay, and I'm gonna inform you that everything occurring that is now evidence, so I'll have to take your cell phone.
You didn't say you were detaining me though.
I told you.
No, you did not.
You a citation.
Are you detaining me?
I am writing you a citation.
It's not saved to my phone, ma'am. It's live.
I need you around here.
It's live streaming to YouTube.
Again, I'm writing you a citation.
Supervisor, get here, ma'am.
Go ahead.
Can you advise, did you go to the PD accident in Chile?
Negative. I'm speaking with a subject at the PD who is videotaping items at the PD.
I was videotaping you, ma'am. Don't lie.
You've got no business videotaping.
Yes, I can.
I'm
in public. I'm in public.
I don't care.
Do you not understand the laws there?
Do you not understand?
Yeah,
Are you an attorney?
I don't have to be an attorney to know my rights, ma'am.
And I know my rights just as well as yours.
You are a police officer. You have no expectation of privacy. And I have the right to regress you if I need to.
Once again, provocation.
Ma'am, I am protesting peacefully. I told you what I was doing here.
No.
Yes, I did.
Before I got out of the car, you're giving me the middle finger.
And I told you I was protesting.
Right after I got out of the car, while you're giving me the middle finger.
And I told you
and
I
again,
was
I told you I'm writing
peacefully.
you a citation for provocation.
Ma'am, it's protest.
And you're refusing to give me your identity.
When your supervisor gets here, we'll speak to him.
That's fine. And we'll do exactly what I'm telling you.
I'm going to reach for my drink.
Central 216 is en route to Lake Station.
I don't want to die. I'm going to stay right in front of that camera so they can see everything also.
You're getting your citation for provocation again.
Ma'am, I'm protesting peacefully.
Nope, not when you don't inform anyone.
This is called
Do you have any signs? Do you have any signs?
I don't have to have a sign of protest.
Where are you going?
Gestures are a form of protest, ma'am. You're setting yourself up, ma'am.
I'm not setting myself up.
Maybe you should have some more training on
maybe
what's legal.
Maybe you should not be using the middle finger.
Ma'am, I can use it. It's a gesture. It is a form of free speech,
it is provocation.
It is a form of
provocation.
I can say fuck you.
It's provocation.
Fuck you.
Okay.
That's a form of free speech.
And like I said, I'll be citing you for provocation.
You can't cite me for free speech, man.
I can certainly cite you.
No, you cannot.
Yes, I can.
No, you cannot. This is called... And you know what? When we go to court and it gets thrown out,
okay,
what's going to happen to you? Because trust me, I'm not going to let this die.
That's fine.
See, ma'am,
I'll be in court.
Think about your career.
I'll be in court.
Think about your career.
I'll be in court.
And you're gonna feel like an idiot in court.
I will
What are you
not.
gonna
I
do?
assure you.
What are you gonna do when
I
they tell
assure
you
you.
you're wrong?
I assure you.
What are they gonna do when they tell you that you're wrong? You're not gonna take any accountability, are you?
20th and the nature, please.
Are you gonna take any accountability when you're wrong? If you're wrong about this, are you gonna take any accountability for it? Honestly.
Items at the PD.
No, don't lie to them. It's on video.
I'm not lying to anybody.
I'm gonna rob the back up.
I'm not lying to anybody, buddy.
Who's this guy? Better tell him, calm down. Everything's gonna be just fine. What's your name, badge number?
You can read it right on my thing.
Is he an officer at
Yes,
the
he is.
station?
He's not at Lake Station. No, he's not.
Officer, what is your name? Badge number? Name, badge number, officer? What department are you from?
New Chicago, Smith, Area
Smith?
216.
Thank you. Would you inform her that free speech, I could flip you off? You tell her, I told her I was protesting peacefully.
No,
when she
you were
pulled up,
flipping me off.
and
as
I told her that
pulled
as
in
my
the
form of
parking lot.
protest. Would you inform her? I'll wait for this guy. Someone's gonna inform this lady she's wrong.
Oh, yeah.
And when she's wrong, I want her to take accountability and just say sorry and let me go about my day. You know she's wrong. She knows she's wrong. Tell her not to be butthurt and go about her day. I can record whatever I want. I'm right here, and I'm being recorded right there. I'm gonna bet. Am I free to go?
No, not right now.
Am I being detained then? Am I being detained or am I free to go? So I'm being detained?
I'm not being detained, but
Then I'm free to go.
not free to go.
Am I being detained or am I free to go, officer? Right now, until you provide information, you're being detained. I told her when she pulled up I was protesting peacefully.
Yeah.
I informed her that I was. Can you guys please not surround me like that? Can we at least all face each other?
Can you have a seat?
I will not sit down.
Okay.
Can we just not surround me?
Give her your ID.
For what? For what crime did I commit?
For provocation.
Officer, I'm peacefully protesting out here in this.
And that is something you can argue when you go to court.
And when I
It's
go
your
to
right
court.
to do so.
And when I go to court, and it's found out that it's legal, are we going to have consequences for this officer, yourself? Because now you guys are all involved. Now this is called failure of duty.
No, it's not.
Yes,
First
it
off,
is.
you're not an attorney. You don't know what
I don't
you're
need to be an
talking about.
attorney.
You do need to know what you're
How
talking
you
about
guys
if
need to
wanna
know
have
the
this
law.
argument.
Also, you also
Again.
need to know the law.
Provide her with your ID.
I don't have the
sir.
ID, sir.
You give her your name and date of birth.
And you're going to give me a
state your license
citation?
number.
Can I speak to a lawyer before we do this?
Nope.
Nope.
I need your last name.
Can we speak to a lawyer before I give you any
No.
identification?
What is your last name?
Lake Station 61, are you 10
You know what? We're going to have to go this route
Offer.
because you guys are wrong. And I need to speak to a lawyer before I can give you guys
No,
identification.
you don't. You don't have the right to an adult lawyer at this point.
You just told me I don't have a right to an attorney, sir?
Right now, you do not. No.
And you're a witness to this also, officer. I just asked for an attorney until I was not
Again, I'm
allowed an
asking
attorney.
you your last name.
Are you the supervisor?
Yes, I am.
I'm asking your last name.
And you're going to confiscate my phone also, correct?
If I need it for evidence, yes, because you live streaming your videoing everything.
Live streaming.
Doesn't matter.
It's
your
not on my
video.
phone.
Your video.
It's
Again,
uploaded.
you're changing the subject. I'm asking you for your
Are
information.
you gonna take my phone?
I'm asking you for your information.
Sir, do you realize that failure to identify is an arrestable offense in Indiana, since you know the law so well?
If I'm actually being accused of a crime
You're out
or a
here acting
citation,
suspicious when
that
I
is-
pull up. Yeah,
I
absolutely.
was not, ma'am. I told you I was.
Yes, you. When you're
Ma'am.
videoing and I pull in here and you're flipping me off as I'm pulling in here. You're acting
And
suspicious and
ma'am,
unusual.
I told you as soon as you pulled up,
Absolutely.
I am protesting.
That's
okay.
not.
Okay.
No.
All right.
So,
I'll give you
Let's
my
see your
name.
permit for the protest.
I don't need a permit to permit the
you do.
protest. No, I do not. Not in Lake Station
What
does not
is
need a
your-
permit
what
to
is your name?
protest.
What is your
Did you
name?
just tell? I'll give you my name, ma'am. Jeremy Nielsen. And I'm doing this under duress.
Okay.
And you told me
Spell your last name.
everything after this.
Spell your last name.
Nielsen, Nielson, and you guys know this is all failure of duty.
What is your date of birth?
5/29/84. I'm gonna need a warrant. Oh, you guys know this is wrong, right? You know this is against the law, sir. You're young. You're I don't know how old you are, but you're recently on the force, correct? How long have you been on the force?
For a little bit now.
They trained you that this is wrong.
I mean, I'm not sure what you mean.
They trained you that I need a lawyer when I request one, correct?
You're not being questioned about anything.
You just took my information when I asked for a lawyer.
I'm not going to stay here and scream with you.
I'm not
Okay,
screaming.
that's
This is
just
my
ridiculous.
general talk. I'm sorry that I'm a loudspeaker. That's what I do.
Okay.
I'm an activist.
Then
I
I'm
speak
gonna
loud.
ask you one time to quiet down while
I can't.
explain
This is my normal voice, sir.
Okay.
Has my tone
All right,
changed
keep
ever
going.
since we've been here? No, it has not.
Because this is my normal voice, and you're not trying to listen. I'm trying to speak to you.
Okay,
like
can you explain to me how this was legal?
In the state of Indiana, when you are asked for your identification by a police officer, you are in fact required to provide identification.
And to ask me for an ID, you have to have articulated facts or suspicion that I have committed a crime or attempting to commit a crime or about to attempt a crime or a violation.
Which violate videotaping a government complex is in fact probable cause.
And what probable cause is that?
Falls under
It's
Patriot
illegal.
Act.
It's illegal to. It falls under the Patriot. Did you
Absolutely
just say that, officer? Seriously? Did you just say that it falls under the Patriot Act?
Absolutely, I did.
That I can't. That it's illegal for me to tape this building?
I said
Why are
that
you taping it for?
I didn't tape it at all. I taped her during my protest.
So if you're in a protest, where's your other followers?
Who?
and stuff?
I need more than one person to protest?
absolutely not. You can have a protest all by yourself, but you do need a permit to be out here protesting.
In the city of Lake Station, I need a permit, and you're going to go on record and say that?
Absolutely.
Do you know city council? You know the city code that says that? Can you cite that for me? Can you look it up in your rule book for me real quick?
I'm not going
Please,
to do that.
please, can
I'm
you
not
do
going
that?
to.
So we both know. So I have it because
gonna
it
do
doesn't
it.
exist. There is no permit.
It does.
No,
I
it
will
does
give
not.
you a prime example.
Can you please show it to
When
me?
they fired Sergeant Taylor and there was a protest out here for another police officer, they had to have a permit to have said protest.
In Lake Station.
Yes, sir, they did.
Okay. Okay, we'll see. We're gonna, you understand what we're gonna see, right?
That is fine.
And I can sit here and I can scream at the top of my lungs as I'm protesting, right?
Until we tell you to quiet down because it's disturbing the peace, and then we're into a different
But I
situation.
can't videotape you if you drive down the road.
You videotape us driving down the road all you want.
But I can't flip you off.
You're not supposed to, no.
And what law? Where has that ever been enforced at? What law? What court has
That is
ever
called
enforced that?
Provocation. It's an
Do you know how
Indiana law.
many? Do you know how many courts I can give you that has backed up that is free speech?
First off, show me your documentation. that
do you want me
have all
to?
this.
Do you want me to? How many Supreme Court rulings do you want me to pull up right now?
325.
I could pull up at least 60.
This is just
I could pull up at least 60 Supreme Court rulings, including Indiana, at least 5 in Indiana that would support this claim. I got 2 weeks ago, a man just got his case dismissed for exactly the same thing.
Then you can.
Do you want me to pull up his case from Lake Station? That's already been ruled on?
Yeah.
Exactly the same thing? Okay. And then what? And then what? You guys are gonna throw out the ticket?
That one's not up to me. That's up
If
to
I
the
show you the
authorization.
case, exactly the same from Lake Station, will you drop that ticket?
I
Will she? You think she'll drop the
I'm not
ticket?
writing it.
If I show her the case
That is completely
Sup-
up to her.
from
I'm not telling her to
Lake
drop
Station
it.
that was just decided 2 weeks ago?
Who was the judge sitting?
Matrovic or whatever his name is, Matajic. What? How do you say it? How do you say it?
Yeah. You got me because I can't pronounce his last
Exactly. That judge is the one. The judge presiding right now.
name. Okay.
And she's gonna give me a ticket, and then she's gonna try. I'm sorry, man. You guys, it's ridiculous, man. It seriously is. All it had to been was, hi, wave at me. You know that I'm here protesting. Obviously, I'm here. doing it.
Obviously, we don't. There's not a sign.
I told the woman that I was protesting. I told each one of you as you walked up I was protesting.
You didn't get into the protesting thing until you started arguing back and forth about giving up ID because now I'm protesting.
The first time, she even before she said anything, I told her I was
You got me.
protesting.
You got me.
I mean, it just has to be okay. Let's go. Move about our business. There doesn't need to be a ticket, because you know what happens when there's a ticket. Now we got to go to court. Now I got to go to court and prove that you guys were wrong. And then now I had to sue the shit out of you because you made me take all my time out of this to fucking, and then every one of you get in trouble for it. You see what I'm saying? Why do we have to go? Why do you have to get in trouble? Why do you have to get in trouble? For her ignorance.
Here's the thing. If we want to play this all the way back, why did we have to get to the point where we're giving each other the finger or whatever? Instead of coming in and saying, here's my issue with you, can you take care of it?
I'm protesting. I'm voicing my concern. I'm voicing my regress for my government. This government right here, who just 2 weeks ago got a case thrown out for exactly the same thing. Exactly the same thing. And that was under the other mayor and the other chief. I would have thought this chief would have been a lot better. I thought he would
is a
have.
lot better.
Then what's going on? Has he not trained you guys correctly to tell you, hey, these guys can videotape whatever the fuck they want to videotape. They can flip you off all day long. gonna bring up the case law for it just so you guys will see it. Sir, do you know that protesting and the finger is a expression of freedom of speech? Do you know that at least? Are you at least aware of that, officer? I'm just asking you. I'm not arguing. I'm just asking you. Are you aware of that? What is your name, officer?
Officer
Cockdew?
Cockdill.
Well, that's all. I mispronounced it. I'm sorry. I was trying to be polite. I don't know why you had to have an attitude with me. I'm being very polite with you, officer. Cockgill? Cockgoo? How did you say it? I'm sorry. Whatever, man. Be a dick.
Getting close to it.
Yeah, I'm going through it right now. I'm sorry. I'm trying to get to it. I mean, if you want to go do whatever, it's fine. I don't want to hold you up.
Would you be kind enough to keep this gentleman company for a second? I'm going to speed it up. I just make some phone calls to these gentlemen and find out what he's doing here.
The officer's name was Andres and Andre Velasquez was the officer. Oops.
live in Lake Station, you come around here and you come out of town?
I used to live in Lake Station, and I've had a lot of problems with this police department with freedom of speech and my civil rights. I've actually won 4 cases against them already for this similar things. They've arrested me probably 8 times, and I've beat every one of them because all I come out here and do is do things that are protected under the First Amendment, and all I do is come out here and protest. That's what I do. I'm an activist. That's what I like to do. I'm a citizen journalist. I get stories about other people and things that happen in our community, and this is just ridiculous. This is protected things. Like, seriously, everybody in this day and age should know damn well that you can come out here and flip off a cop and not have any problems. Everybody in this day and age should know damn well I can come here and record anything I want from standing right here. You know, and it's just ridiculous that, because maybe she's power tripping, she gets her feelings hurt, understandable, but you keep going and you drive by, you know, you can't come over here legally and harass me for it. And I told her I was protesting before she came over here. There is no permit in Lake Station to protest anyways. It's not a city code. Definitely not a law. Is it starting to rain?
It's supposed to stay south of us, actually.
Cool.
Carry, at the age of 14 years old, you have to carry a valid Indiana issue picture ID, either an identification card or a driver's license.
Really?
Yeah. So, right there, not carrying an ID is a ticket, and not identifying yourself with that ID is an arrestable offense.
Really? Even if like you're not committing any crime,
anything,
just to walk around, you have to have ID.
Yep.
Really?
Yep.
When would that law come into effect? Are you sure about that, man?
100%.
100%. I bet you that I can disprove you right now. Would you accept that if I disproved you right now with Indiana state law code?
And it's not actually like state law code.
It has to be a code if it's arrestable offense or a ticket.
Criminal code.
Exactly, criminal
It's
code.
not state law code. It's criminal.
Well, okay, well, if I showed you the criminal code right now, would you accept that you were wrong?
Well, I just written it.
Okay. The cop was Andre Velasquez. Does that ring any bells? No.
We don't have any Velasquez.
Not anymore.
I want to say 10 or 12 years ago we had a reserve officer named Velasquez, but that was about it. But back then we went through so many of them, I honestly couldn't tell you what all their names were.
Oh, Verduzco. I'm sorry, Andres Verduzco.
Yeah, he's still here.
Yeah, he was the one that, and U.S. Supreme Court ruling found. Let's see here. Vigil acquiring. Constitutionally protected act of free speech. False charges used to make arrest.
You're actually getting a warning, as you can see.
Okay.
I know, lucky day, right? Listen, you can protest. No one sat here and said you couldn't, okay? The thing is, if you're out there doing things like that, obviously you're going to want everyone to know what you're doing, which is fine to some degree. But don't be flipping people off, because then I don't know if you're off meds or what's going on here. I mean, that's common reality, correct?
I don't think that. Well, to me, it's not, because I'm an activist and we do this every day. So the people I know, we flip off cops all day long.
I'm not even saying just flipping off cops, but another person sees you out here videoing, they're going to cause, they're going to be like, who's that? What's that guy doing? Why is he out there? Because they flip out.
And whose problem is that? It's their problem.
But then it's up to us to check.
Maybe they're off their meds.
But here's the
they don't
thing.
understand.
But then it's up to us to come check on you.
I understand.
Correct? That's our job.
Yes, ma'am.
All right.
100%.
So that's what I'm saying.
Okay.
So in the future, I mean, it would have been very simple if you just been like, listen, this is my name. I'm just out here. Didn't have to do a lot of the things that were going on.
What did you need my name for, though? If you just said it's no problem, why would you even need to
Because
come
the thing
talk
is,
to me about it?
in another 5 minutes, I'm going to need a call from someone for the same thing, like I just explained to you.
But
so I'm right here. Why am I not going to check on you now? Before I go 5 minutes down the road and get called back here.
Before you go to the dinner, right?
No, I'm not. I don't eat.
Chili or whatever.
I don't eat. Oh, they thought I was at a call at Chili's. There's no Chili's in my city. So that's what I'm explaining to you. All right. You can have this if you want.
I do want. Yes. Thank you very much.
All right.
You guys be safe. I'm gonna still stand here and do it, so you guys know.
You're welcome to do that, like I said.
Now
but
that we
again,
know you're
now
here
we know
doing
who you
it,
are, so if they
absolutely,
call
have
us,
at it.
So
I don't
there's-
have to come back and check
So
on
there
you.
was nothing illegal that I was doing, though, correct?
I didn't say there was anything illegal.
Okay, thank you.
Like I said, it's that simple. It's just, again, futuristically, to make the interaction easier, because I don't know who you are.
So next
have I ever
time-
dealt with you?
No, not at all. But
Just
next, you did deal with the gentleman last year, August. This time, 2015, exactly the same scenario. You were one of the responding officers along with Verduzco, and another officer. You were involved, so you know that he could do this. This is legal. This is
Protesting is one thing. That's not what that guy was doing.
But he still flipped you off and they told you it was legal, correct?
He didn't flip me
No,
off.
he flipped
I
Dory
didn't
off.
see him flip off anybody.
Okay.
I was
But
just backing off.
next time you see someone flipping you off, you're not going to stop them, right? Because it's not legal.
The thing is, again, if you're out here doing that to passing by cars, like I
But
explained,
if I'm only doing it to police officers, which you know I am.
I didn't. How did I know that?
Okay, but if I'm flipping him off, is that illegal to flip him off?
They're gonna call and have me.
But
come
is it
check
illegal
him.
to flip him off?
That could be considered provocation because now if that guy gets out here and goes, "What's your problem?" and you guys get into it and punches you, now it's provocation.
Okay.
See what I'm
Understandable.
saying?
Mhm.
That's provocation. A reasonable person basically inciting someone to commit battery.
Okay.
That's provocation. And if you're flipping someone off and they start yelling, you start yelling back, you just incited that.
And even though you just said this was all legal, what I was doing, and that I was at first provocating, you guys are actually the provocators at this point, correct?
No, we're not. Again, I'm doing my job by coming here because we're going to get a call on you exactly for what I was telling you. Okay?
Yes, ma'am.
So I'm not at a call when I get another call about you when I just passed you.
Okay.
See?
Yes, ma'am.
All right.
Have a good day.
You too.
You guys have fun. I suggest, though, that you guys do check up on the law and read that it's perfectly legal for me to do this and that I don't have to have an ID in the state of Indiana, period, as long as I'm not driving. And that's only a driver's license. Guys, that was fun. I just got great video of that whole situation. Awesome. I'm so fucking stoked right now. It's starting to rain. I don't even gotta stay out here any longer. All right, goodbye.